All right. Welcome, everyone, to the National Catholic College Admission Association Virtual College Fair. Thank you so much for joining us. A few housekeeping items from me before I pass it over to our fabulous presenters. You can use the Q&A button on your screen to type your questions to our presenters at any time during the session. So feel free to direct certain questions to specific colleges or ask them generally for them to respond to you. Your camera and microphone are off so the panelists can't see or hear you. This is just one of many different sessions happening for tonight's virtual college fair and also in a few weeks as well. So feel free to continue to sign up for more sessions and continue to connect with different colleges and universities across the country. And then finally, this session is being recorded and will be available on the website that you registered in about a week so that you can review these in an on-demand setting. So I'm going to pass it over to our first college, St. Leo University, to kick us off. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Jen. I'm just going to share my screen with you all real quick. Awesome. So thank you everyone for taking some time out of your evening to learn about all these great institutions. Today I am representing St. Leo University, which is located in Tampa Bay, Florida. So if you are located in a state that you definitely experience your seasons, definitely feel free to come to the Sunshine State. Right now the temperature is about 85 degrees, so it's definitely a lot of nice weather going on. My name is Connor Schaefer, and I'm the Senior Assistant Director here in our undergraduate admissions office. So definitely a cool thing is I am an alumni of St. Leo myself for my undergraduate and my graduate program from the state of New Jersey. So if anyone is looking to go out of state for school, I experienced that myself. My contact information is located at the bottom of the screen. So if you ever have any questions or just want to receive additional information you might not have gotten this evening, please definitely feel free to reach out. I am here to help. So, what is St. Leo University all about? We were established in 1889, which actually makes us the oldest Catholic institution in the state of Florida. We are the second largest Catholic institution in the country, serving over 20,000 students worldwide. Now, if you visit campus tomorrow, you are going to say, Connor, I do not see 20,000 students on our main campus in Tampa. And you are correct. So, here on main campus, we have roughly around 3,000 students representing over 100 countries and 44 different states. But the rest of our student population comes from our 15 different educational centers located in the United States and also our online program worldwide. So what's pretty cool is you will get that small school atmosphere on main campus where when you're in your classes, but at the end of the day, you're also going to get the amenities and resources you will get at a larger institution. St. Leo is currently ranked number 4 in the South for best value, so you know you're going to get a great education out of your investment. It is a very simple process when applying to St. Leo. We are on the Common Application, and you can also apply for free on our website. We are test optional, so if there are any freshmen, sophomore, juniors watching this presentation, do not worry, we will still be test optional when you decide to apply to St. Leo in the future. We have over 50 different academic programs to choose from. Some popular majors are criminal justice, biology, education, computer science, and our sports business program. We also have our honors program and some different accelerated degrees, including 3+1 programs and a 3+3 pathway to law school, where we actually have a partnership with Barry University down in Miami and Florida State University up in Tallahassee. We are thriving when it comes to the medical field. So we just added this past year our health education and health promotions major. And this fall, we're super excited to announce we will be launching our nursing program. If you are an out-of-state student or just looking for a school to feel comfortable and safe at, St. Leo actually is the number, or I should say, the safest campus in the state of Florida and number 7 in the nation for safety. So I always said as a student, if you are bored on campus, it's truly just because you're not taking advantage of what the campus has to offer. For our students that do want to embrace their faith, we do have daily mass and also a strong campus ministry. We are recognized by the NCAA Division II Athletics, a part of the Sunshine State Conference with over 22 different athletic programs. I highly recommend if you're looking to be a student athlete to fill out one of our recruiter forms on our website. We do have over 70 different clubs and organizations, including Greek life, esports, intramurals. There are so many different things you can get involved with, and if we don't have the club, it's really easy to add. Off-campus trips is something that I really loved as a student. So we actually do sponsor off-campus trips to places in Orlando. So like for Disney, Universal, for around $20. So that's for your meal voucher, your ticket to go to the park, and your transportation. We also do things in the Tampa Bay area. It might be some of the professional sporting teams like the Tampa Bay Lightning. We're actually also the exclusive educational partnership to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who just won the Super Bowl this year. So there's a lot of cool things happening in the Tampa Bay area. We also are a residential campus with 14 different residential halls to choose from. We actually were also recognized as having some of the top 10 residence halls in the nation. We also, I always said it's not St. Leo if there's not something new happening on campus. So this past year, we actually did just open our Benedict's Coffee House that proudly serves Starbucks products. And at the bottom right side of your screen, you can see our brand new wellness center that will be opening this fall. So if you thought you were already going to go to a resort for college in Florida, with this facility, we're even more excited because it will actually have the largest infinity pool at a university in the state of Florida. On the right side of the screen, you can also kind of see where we're located. We're about 30 minutes north from downtown Tampa and an hour west from Orlando. We actually are also in the top 5 universities in the country when it comes to having beautiful weather all year round. I believe our most recent rank was about number 4. So 74 degrees is that average temperature you're going to get every day. Here again is my contact information. If you do want additional information or anything, I could definitely send over your direction. Just to kind of give you an idea, St. Leo is actually fully still open and operational this year. We do have tours on campus every day. We also are hosting virtual events, so keep an eye out for those. We also have a virtual tour on our website. So if you're not able to get over to Florida or down to Florida, wherever you're coming from, definitely feel free to check that out on our website. As a reminder, if you do have any questions, please feel free to reach out or ask in the Q&A today. But thank you again for taking some time out of your evening to learn about St. Leo University, and definitely come visit us in the Sunshine State. Have a great night, everyone.
All right, thank you so much, Connor. And up next, we have St. Joseph's University. So take it away, Thomas.
Great, thank you so much. Welcome, everybody. So glad you're here. Prior to my joining St. Joseph's University, I was a high school counselor for 28 years. So I really have a good sense of where you're at right now, but it's really terrific that you are joining and getting information today to really make the best possible choice for your education, and gathering this data is really critical. So thanks so much for giving up your evening to be with us. St. Joseph's is located in Philadelphia. We're a Jesuit college. I'm sure you've heard of Jesuit colleges before. If you haven't, certainly the NCAA will take you there with Gonzaga and Creighton being involved, as well as schools like Georgetown, Boston College, all the Loyolas, and Fordham, and so forth. So it's really a wonderful network to be a part of, and a place where you might someday be interviewing for a job with another Jesuit college grad, and you might be from St. Joe's or somewhere else, and it's just a wonderful connection. I think another thing, in addition to our Jesuit education, is our location in Philadelphia. So I'm going to share my screen here, just show you a quick little drone video of where we are, because I think it is quite important. So right away you can see the city of Philadelphia in the background, which is just about 20 minutes from campus. There's the train main line runs right near campus, and it's easy to jump on the train and you'll be there from your dorm in 20 minutes. We are both a suburban and an urban campus. We own beautiful buildings like that, 125 acres, which is really quite terrific, but located right at the edge of a city, which is so nice. Plenty of places to throw a frisbee and kick a soccer ball. Basketball is really our main spectator sport. We'd like to be the NCAA too. We have been at times. Games are played at Hagan Arena, and larger games are played downtown. So it's not a hard campus to walk. Students might be able to get from dorm to a residence hall, to classroom building in about 10 minutes. And so that's quite a feat for easy to get around, but we are 125 acres, like I said. That bridge kind of connects both sides of the campus. We've done a really good job of bringing together both modern features and the classic kind of Gothic look. So it's really quite a beautiful piece. Come and visit us. That is our welcome center, our admissions office and old mansion. Quite a beautiful spot. So that's really nice to do. We often bring in the community, and this was an annual event we've had for children in the area. We do an awful lot of service work, so that is really important to us. Lastly, here is our Hall School of Business, which is an excellent program, and we have tons of connections in the city, which allow for student internships and co-ops and all kinds of nightlife and that, and students getting into town for culture and certainly for history, with Philly being our first American capital. So there's a lot going on there. Let me just take you through a quick little overview here. So again, Jesuit schools are pretty old, located around the world, but in the United States, the 27 that we have been around for a while for the most part. St. Joe's was founded in 1851. We are Philadelphia's Catholic school. Keep in mind that Philadelphia is very, very much a college town, very much like Boston, and there's about 50 institutions within a 45-minute radius of the city, so that's kind of nice. The Jesuit education is based in liberal arts, but it's very much avant-garde. We have esports and business analytics, machine learning, certainly very advanced STEM programs. So it's really a traditional education meeting the modern world, which is quite nice. Intellectual rigor, reflection, social justice are all really critical to us. Our students are quite generous. They get involved in all kinds of programs, giving back to the community, which is really great. And that's both local in Philadelphia and around the world, outside of COVID, of course. The size of the campus is terrific in terms of the population, just under 5,000 or so students, varies between 4,500 and 5,000 or so, which is really quite nice. Not too big, not too small. You get to know students well, and it's quite a close, tight-knit community, which is great as well. Students hailing from 50 states, 50 countries. There's really a place at the table for everyone, and it's quite diverse and quite inclusive, which is also very nice. Academically, we have 3 colleges within the university: the Arts and Sciences School, the Hobbs School of Business, and the School of Health Studies and Education. There's plenty of fluidity between these colleges, and until the end of sophomore year, you're free to move and back and forth and try to decide which major is the best for you. There are schools where you're kind of locked in, or you need to get into the major from day one. At St. Joe's, it's not like that. You're admitted to the university, and you have plenty of opportunity to move around within the colleges, so that's nice as well. We've been test optional since 2014, not just since COVID times, and your transcripts and your the rigor of your coursework, that is really what we're going to be looking for in terms of admission, as well as your recommendations in that. So finally, our students move on to great futures, and we'd love to have you on campus, sju.edu. Please come and check us out. Thanks so much.
Thank you so much, Thomas. Our next institution is Molloy College.
Thanks, Jen. My name is Danielle. I'm an admissions counselor at Molloy College, and I'm going to share my screen really fast. So, Molloy College is a medium-sized liberal arts institution in Rockville Center, Long Island. So you have access to Long Island's famous beaches and parks, as well as proximity to Manhattan. We even have a Manhattan Center campus for our theater arts program. We have about 5,000 students, and what I think makes Molloy stand out especially is our close-knit community of students, faculty, and staff. We have a 10-to-1 student to faculty ratio, which is pretty much unheard of amongst higher ed institutions. And this really creates an environment of personalized education, and you're really going to get to know your professors and create mentorship relationships with them. So, for example, they'll know your name, they'll know what you're interested in, they'll know what you want to do with your degree after you graduate. So imagine this: you're in a class and your professor has heard from her colleague that they're doing research on something she knows you're particularly interested in. So she sends along an email letting you know, would you like to be involved and collaborate on this research project? So now you're involved in a research project that's going to help with your resume and make you stand out when you apply for jobs or even higher education afterwards. You also can secure internships and jobs this way, and this organic creation of opportunities is really what Molloy is all about. We have over 50 undergraduate programs, anything from our theater arts program, CAP 21, to our nursing program, which is one of the best in the country. We prepare our students for the NCLEX throughout their time, and our nursing students start their nursing courses their first year, so they dive right into it. And they start their clinicals their sophomore year, which prepares them to be really great nurses. We also have dual degree programs in education and in business, so you can get your bachelor's and your master's in just 5 years. We have social work programs, speech language pathology programs, allied health programs, and programs in the liberal arts, anything from English to history to the fine arts. And again, these are small classes that are taught by accomplished faculty. We have an honors program. We have pre-professional programs for any students that might be interested in going into med school or PA school or PT school after they graduate. And you're assigned an advisor that guides you through that process. We also have 3 residence halls on campus with 24/7 security, free laundry, cable and fitness, common rooms, practice rooms for our music majors. And it really is a wonderful environment to be around because we have both our commuter students and we have our residents. And there are so many events bustling on campus, including our Maroon Madness, which is one of my favorite events on campus. It's the start of basketball season. Molloy has Division II sports, including that in men's and women's basketball. So we introduce the teams, they enter, they play a game against each other, and then we also have games and prizes, and it's just a way to really kick off the season. We have back to school barbecues, we have trips to the Bronx Zoo and into the city, and we have over 60 clubs and organizations. So our commuter students and our residential students are both equally involved in campus life and really enjoy giving back as well. We have a lot of service-based projects that we do. One of my favorite that our students put on is the Midnight Run, where they collect clothing, food, and other essential items. They package them together and they deliver them to people experiencing homelessness in Manhattan. So the nitty gritty to apply to Molloy, we have a common application and we also have our own application. So either one works for us. We would want to see a personal essay where you discuss what makes you passionate, what makes you tick, and to get a better sense of who you are as a person, your final high school transcript. And we were SAT and ACT optional for our seniors applying for the fall of 2021. And the administration will announce whether or not we are still test optional in the summer. So you'll be able to see that on our website, and you can always reach out to me too, and I can give you any updates on what that's going to be. We are rolling admission, so we have no deadlines to apply, but I always think it's better to apply earlier rather than later so that you could hear back and also see if you're eligible for any scholarships. Our 92% of our incoming freshmen receive some form of financial aid, and all of our students are automatically reviewed for academic scholarships. So you wouldn't have to fill out anything in particular, you just send everything in and then you'll be reviewed. And we also have non-academic scholarships that you can apply for. If you're someone who's really passionate about a cause and giving back to their local or global communities, I highly recommend you apply for our community service scholarship. We also have a leadership scholarship program for students that maybe started their own clubs or are the captains of their teams or they're in student government in some way. And we also have a really great program, the Student Media Scholars Program, for students that are interested in content creation. So maybe you like making videos or you like photography or writing, you're in a newspaper or yearbook. Any of those, you can apply for this program and you can be a part of it, and pretty much you run Molloy's social media and we pay you for it. So it's a really fun and unique opportunity. So if you have any further questions, feel free to reach out to us. I'll also put my direct email in the chat so you can reach out to me directly, and I would be happy to help. I know it's an exciting and fun time, but it can also be a little stressful, and I'm here for you to help ease that stress and answer any questions that you might have.
All righty, thank you so much. Up next, we have University of St. Mary's. St. Mary. My apologies.
You're all good. Hi, everyone. My name is Drew Parks, and I'm an admissions counselor here at the University of St. Mary. We are right smack dab in the middle of the Midwest in Leavenworth, Kansas. And I'll go ahead and kick things off with us. We've been around for quite a while. We're actually coming up on our 100-year anniversary here soon, since we were actually founded back in 1923 there by the Sisters of Charity in Leavenworth. And so we've just been going strong since then. Just opening more and more programs, different athletics teams. Even up to now, we have 30 different undergraduate programs and actually 24 different varsity sports. So I always recommend, especially for those of you that are looking to maybe further your athletic career, definitely take a look at us, since we have everything from like football to volleyball, even to esports and bowling. So as I mentioned, definitely worth taking a look at. If you're wanting to be able to be recruited, then yeah, just make sure to reach out and we can definitely set that up for you. But yeah, as I said, with the many different undergraduate programs that we have a lot of different offerings. I know our healthcare programs are some of the top ones that we have, with nursing and a lot of pre-professional programs, including like pre-med, pre-veterinary. Even like pre-law are some of the things that we are able to offer. And even with some of our programs, they are some of the 3+2 or 3+4 programs where you can go straight from your bachelor's into a master's or even up to a doctorate program. So once again, definitely worth taking a look at if you're wanting to keep things going or even get a head start on whatever's next for you. And even with us, we are a small school. We have really 750 undergraduate students and about 1,200 students overall, including graduate and doctoral students. So you really do get the small school feel with us. Even if you come to our campus, it's a small campus, about 200 acres. I always say if you go on like a nice Sunday stroll, it takes you maybe 5 to 10 minutes to get from one side of the campus to the other. But it definitely really plays into just a tight-knit community that we have here at the University of St. Mary, where in your classes, it's an 11-to-1 student to faculty ratio. So you're really getting to know, your professors and classmates well, especially as you progress further in your programs and, get to know your classmates there in your program with you, and just be able to get to know your faculty and professors really well. In fact, our faculty actually serve as student advisors. So not only are you seeing them in the classroom, but then you're also seeing them at least once a semester in some advising sessions to make sure that you're staying on track in your degree. And especially for those of you that are looking towards, grad school or, going for a master's degree or whatever is going to be next for you, they're going to be able to help you keep on track and make sure that you're meeting the requirements that you need to for whatever's next. So we definitely do have a really tight-knit community here on campus. And, we really emphasize community service here as well. In fact, all of our athletic teams, they are involved with some sort of community service around the Leavenworth area. And since we're also super close to Kansas City, about 15, 20 minutes away, really involved with being able to do different community service events there. So really good to be able to help build up your resume. So, as you're a student here, there's those community service events you can get involved in. And especially for those that are involved with athletics, which about 70% of our students are student athletes. It looks, very good on your resume to say that not only were you working on your degree, not only were you on a certain, varsity sports team, but you were still making the time to, be able to give back to the community. And so even on campus, even though we are smaller, we still have plenty for everybody to do. Our campus activities board tries to have at least one event on campus. They can vary from going to our local MLS club, Sporting Kansas City, to go to some of their matches, to even having like dodgeball tournaments on campus. Or I know even here during the pandemic, they've had to get a little more creative, and they did a drive-in night down at the football field. So we definitely want to have those ways for everyone to still have the, quote unquote college experience. And even with that too, we have the opportunities for you to be able to grow in your faith. The Sisters of Charity that founded the school, they are actually still living here on campus. So you can see them out and about. And there's main mass services held on Sundays and Wednesdays. But then with the Sisters living on campus, there's actually mass services available there all throughout the week. And so I know for those of you that if you're interested in wanting to be able to apply, we don't have any application fees, so you can be able to just put that right through. And excuse me, we're also test optional. So as long as you can get us a copy of your high school transcript and also be able to get your application through, then we can be able to see if you're accepted. And we're actually even able to offer between $13,000 to $17,000 just based on what your high school GPA is, because we have a lot of different scholarship opportunities for really whatever you're interested in, whether you're a student athlete or you're just coming in just as a regular student. And so, definitely for those of you that are interested, like I said, we have quite a few opportunities if you're wanting to be able to apply. I know I'm going to go ahead and throw up on the screen here, because you have myself and Randolph that are the two main admissions counselors for those that, excuse me, for those that are, looking to start as freshmen. As you can see, there's my ugly mug there off to the side, and then there's Randolph as well. So definitely feel free to contact either one of us if, you're wanting to be able to learn more about us, or even just to get more details, or even set up a visit, because we're currently doing virtual and on-campus visits. And so, as I mentioned, we have a really close community. Definitely recommend coming to check us out. And we really hope to see you, whether it's this fall or whatever semester in the future. We hope to see you soon.
Thank you so much, Drew. And as a reminder, everyone, please feel free to ask questions using that Q&A, either directed towards a specific institution or just generally. So up next, we have Chaminade University of Honolulu.
Thank you, Jen. Alrighty. Hopefully you all can see that. All right, aloha everyone, and thank you so much for joining this evening and taking some time out to learn about Chaminade and all the other great schools we have here today. My name is Kimiko Strayer. I am the newest addition to the admissions family at Chaminade University of Honolulu. I mainly work with students coming from the mainland, from states in the Midwest to East Coast, as well as California and the Big Island, and of course this beautiful island we live on of Oahu. So our beautiful little university is located in the heart of Honolulu in a neighborhood called Kaimuki. And we were recently voted the #1 best food block. So for all you foodies out there, this is a place to be. We are about 20 minutes from the Daniel Inouye International Airport, so mom and dad can come visit pretty easily. And we're less than 2 miles away from the famous Waikiki Beach. So you have the beach, the mountains, hiking, surfing, all kinds of stuff to do here. So it's really easy to call home. In the neighborhood of Kaimuki, we have tons of local coffee shops, old school diners, antique shops, all kinds of fun stuff to get into. There's a saying here called "Keep it Kaimuki," because we're definitely a unique little gem in Honolulu. So our university faces Waialae Avenue, and on the strip of Waialae Avenue, we have some of our favorites like Via Gelato, if you like gelato, Sprout, Coffee Talk, and I can't wait to learn what yours will be. And this is our university. On the colored pictures are Chaminade, and the grayed out ones are St. Louis High School. We are located on a 65-acre hillside called Kalepohaku. We are home to just under 1,100 undergraduate students coming from 14 different countries and 40 different states and territories. So it is a very diverse campus, and that's something that we really take a lot of pride in. We're actually rated #5 most diverse private university, and you'll experience that right away. It's very loving, very caring, welcoming type of family ohana we have here on campus. And as a small private liberal arts college, our students receive a personalized education that prepares them for an ever-changing future like we're experiencing today. With our average class size of 18 to 24, and that ranges. Sometimes you have class sizes of even just 10. You'll get that one-on-one mentoring. And with our 11-to-1 student to faculty ratio, our professors really get to know you, like whether personally, professionally, they're going to get to know you. And all of our professors are well known, still very active in the field. And so they're able to bring in that relevant experience into the campus. And it makes the networking and internships much more available for students. Here are our majors. And so here are our majors. We have ones that are unique to Chaminade are forensic science, environmental and interior design, meaning that no campus on island offers them. And then other majors that are popular to Chaminade are nursing, criminology, and sciences. And some of our newest ones are community and public health. We have data science and analytics, visualization, and environmental science. No matter which major you choose, you'll get that hands-on experience. And as a Catholic Marianist and Native Hawaiian serving institution, we focus on promoting social justice. And so each of our programs are going to have that service learning component. So you're not only going to get a degree, you're also going to get a lot of experience that you can put on your resume and talk to your future employers. Another great thing about our programs, it's all direct entry. So a lot of schools have you do like a pre-nursing or apply to the college and then nursing, but ours are all direct entry, including nursing, and all come with a 4-year graduation guarantee, including the nursing program as well. And for those of you who are still deciding, not to worry, I was in the same boat. We have a lot of general education classes that you can take, and hopefully one of them will spark your interest. And then you can find your major, and you don't have to declare until the end of your sophomore year. So you have plenty of time. So now for the fun stuff. We have a lot of amazing programs and great support inside the classroom, but the college life that everyone talks about happens outside of the campus. So or outside of the classroom. So I definitely recommend that you get involved in something, whatever it is. And we have a lot of options there for you. So through our Office of Student Activities and Leadership, we have over 30 different clubs and organizations that you can get involved in. Anything from more cultural programs, like we have Samoan Club, Filipino Club, Hawaiian Club, to more academic programs that are specific towards your major, like biology, accounting, chemistry, criminology, and criminal justice. And even we have an adventure club. And so recently they took students ziplining. And it was free for the students because the university pays for it. And so it's a great way to celebrate diversity, great way to get involved. We are NCAA Division II for athletics. We compete in 10 different teams, and our campus ministry has numerous volunteer opportunities for students to participate in. And through our Office of Advising and Career Development, some students take advantage of the study abroad, study away, and semester at sea. So study abroad is when you study outside of the United States. Study away is when you're inside the country but a different state, and then semester at sea, and you still graduate within the 4 years. And so for the 4-year graduation guarantee, it's our pledge to you as a future Silver Sword that as long as you pass your classes and as long as you meet with your advisor every semester, then you will graduate in 4 years. All right, and if you don't, for whatever reason, like a class wasn't offered in that time, then the remaining coursework is covered by the university, which is really great. Here are on-campus housing options. We have Halepohaku, Kiefer Hall, and Halelokalani. And through our financial aid, we have amazing scholarships. For non-nursing is $26,000, and for nursing it is $33,000 per year, but 97% of our students do receive some type of aid, and the average aid is $17,000, so that really significantly helps you out. And last slide I have for you is our general admissions and the nursing admissions. So for general, we are holistic. We take a holistic approach. And so we really want to get to know you, and you can do that in your 250-word essay describing why you're interested in Chaminade and why this major, and then also your high school transcripts. With nursing, we require that you have a 2.75 GPA or higher and completed chemistry, biology, and algebra 2 with a C or higher, and then submit 2 letters of recommendation. And you can apply at the website there at the bottom. And the very last slide I have is my contact information. My name again is Kimiko Strayer. If you want to take a picture, I'm happy to help you. You can call or email anytime. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Our final institution is Loyola University, New Orleans.
Great, thank you guys. All right, so I'm the last one here. Not fair that I have to go after Hawaii, seeing all those beautiful places and stuff. If I'm not going to be in Hawaii, then I definitely would love to be in New Orleans. All right, guys. So I got 6 minutes here, and I'm a talker. I'm going to try to pack in everything I can. So bear with me as we go through here, guys. So I always like to start and talk about location. And in general, tell students, obviously, one of the important things you need to consider when going through your college search process is the location, right? Are you going to vibe with this place? Is this where you can see yourself living? Because this is going to be home for the next 4 years, right? Well, that's easy for me to say when we're in New Orleans, right? What a great place to talk about. I hate having to cram this in because I could sit here and talk your ear off all day about how amazing New Orleans is. there's a lot of things that, you know, about your college experience that you'll end up finding are similar, and you hear us talk about things, you hear us kind of talk about some of the same things, but there's really cool things. And there's something about the experience in New Orleans, because of our unique culture and who we are, that absolutely is not replicated anywhere else. And that's such a big part of, you know, our students' experiences and why they love it here. I think Connor, when he started, he was talking about seasons. So, you know, we have a little fun and we kind of plan our seasons around what festivals going on, or, you know, what the foods are that are in season. So we're big Saints fans here. We love our Mardi Gras. And it's not just for the very solemn religious holiday that we have to appropriately recognize with a week off of school, right? So you guys get an extra week off in the spring for Mardi Gras. Wink, wink, that's a plus. Crawfish season, if you've never had crawfish, it's obviously a fun experience here. They're like mini lobsters that are really spicy, and it's a lot of fun. And of course, snowball season. Again, I could sit here and talk your head off all day about New Orleans, but hopefully you guys get to come and actually check it out at some point. Who we are one of the 27 Jesuit colleges and universities. My friend Thomas at St. Joe's, he saved me a little time because I say a lot of the stuff about, you know, the advantages of the network that you have there. But it's true, you know, when you join a Jesuit institution, not only are you plugged into the network of that institution specifically, but the 27 in the country and, you know, the hundreds that are around the world. So it's a very important network to be a part of. We are a small school. You see some of our bio info here. I do like to point out that even though we're very small, we have a pretty wide array of degrees with 110 that we offer. So students are still going to find a home in terms of their programs. Very quickly, we kind of have three major areas where all the programs kind of fall under, and we are primarily an undergraduate institution. So especially for you guys that are thinking about STEM fields like the sciences, easier access to research opportunities because you're not competing, so to say, with graduate and PhD level students like you would be at some larger schools. So it's definitely something to think about. On the right hand here, we do put some of the really cool facilities and research opportunities so you can kind of read through and see what we have. In addition to the hard sciences, this is going to be, you know, our liberal arts, humanities, and a number of those different programs. We're also rolling out our Bachelor's of Science in Nursing starting here, as well as a public health degree. I know someone else mentioned that, and we're seeing that around the country, right? There's a big answer to a call for more professionals in those fields. Our second area is the College of Business. We have most of the traditional degrees that you can think of here. Do like to point out that we're one of 15% of schools in the country that have the AACSB accreditation. That's kind of the gold standard with business schools, right? So that's something very important to think about. I'm biased to the business school because I'm an MBA grad of Loyola, so I can talk your head off about the business school as well. And lastly, this is kind of our pride and joy. This is kind of a unique niche. It makes sense since we're in New Orleans, right? A very musical city. Our College of Music and Media have some of our best programs. Music, performing, theater arts. Some of our music programs are pretty cool and very different, more modern as well. Pop and commercial music is kind of meant for the student that is interested in more contemporary music genres. We combine it with a business degree. You guys are learning about intellectual property and copyright law and all kind of stuff. So it's a very well-rounded degree to prepare you for other jobs in the field if you're not going to be a performer. And one of the ones I really like to brag about that's super cool is our urban electronic music production program. As far as I know, we're the only in the country with this program. If you love producing beats, if you love hip hop, R&B, EDM, reggaeton for, you know, my Latinos in here, this is the program for you. And the chairperson of our degree has produced for Lil Wayne, for Lauryn Hill. A couple years ago, if you remember those Drake songs that sampled that New Orleans bounce beat, he was part of the group that consulted with Drake's producers for that. So that's pretty cool. So we're extremely proud of our music and fine arts degrees. As you guys are looking ahead to your applications, I'm not going to test you on this. I know there's a lot of stuff. The takeaway I always tell students with any school that you're looking at are dates and deadlines. That's the thing that I have to hammer in your head. Obviously, you're going to make a list of your schools, figure out what those important dates and deadlines are at the school, be a nerd about it, write it down, put it on a poster, put it by your window on your bathroom, and just remember that. Because I've seen really good students in my experience miss out on scholarships and great opportunities for the simple fact that they didn't do something on time. So I like really go in on that. That's super important, guys, dates and deadlines. We're on the Common App. It's pretty easy when you decide to apply. We're a test blind school. I put this up here so you guys know the difference between test blind and test optional. Don't waste the school report on us. We're not going to look at it. We don't want to see it. It doesn't matter to us. We no longer consider tests at all. If you're interested in any of the College of Music and Media programs, there's a couple additional steps, auditions, portfolios, a lot of details. We can connect you with the right person for that. We're very friendly with college credit. We can award up to 2 years worth of courses. So any of you guys that are taking AP, IB courses, there's the British A-levels. There's a number of different things that we offer credit for. So take advantage of those opportunities if you have those. The money's a big thing. A lot of scholarship opportunities. Just be a good student, have a good GPA, apply. My time's getting down because Jen's coming on here. So here it is. And Jen, I was policing myself. So I got my little stopwatch. So I'm at 5:50 according to mine. So get in touch. There's my face. And hopefully we'll be ready to answer some questions, guys. Thanks.
All right. Awesome. Thanks, Harvey. I'll have you stay on video, and I'll invite the rest of the presenters to turn their videos back on. And we have time for, I would say, one question, just that could be for the greater good of the audience, and just to give a little bit more insight as to what your campus and institution is about. So we'll go down the line, but give us an interesting or fun fact about your school. So if we want to start with Thomas at St. Joe's.
Sure. Well, I just have to say it's our mascot, the Hawks, and my gosh, people are extremely excited about being Hawks, and even our Hawk mascot at the games has to flap his wings around 2,000 times during the games. So we call our campus Hawk Hill, and it is a real focal point of campus pride. So thanks.
So something at St. Leo, I would say if you ever tour campus, if anyone's familiar with the show Tanked on Animal Planet, we actually had our own episode where the gentleman on the show came and made a fish tank and everything. So definitely it's a cool area to do some studying, and we have a lot of lionfish in it because we're the Lions. So definitely check that out when you come visit campus.
So something really interesting about Molloy is that we have club esports. So if you are a student who's really interested in League of Legends, you play Fortnite, we have a bunch of other ones as well, you could actually get scholarship for our esport team. So that's something pretty interesting about Molloy.
Yeah, so for those of you that are history buffs, actually here at the University of St. Mary, in Leavenworth, it's actually around where Abe Lincoln started his presidential campaign. And we've actually got a good collection of Lincoln memorabilia. I think part of that even includes a lock of his hair. So I have not personally seen it since it's kind of under lock and key, but yeah, it's pretty sweet.
To follow the vein of history buffs, so in our university in World War II, our school was actually transformed into a hospital. And so, yeah, we were called to serve, and we did. And so all our classes were moved to a different institution nearby, and we used our campus to serve in the World War II. And that kind of follows like our service orientedness and our willing to support the community. And so I thought that was really cool.
Cool. I'll mention two very quickly. I always come to the top of my mind. We actually have one of the premier live action Quidditch teams on campus. Any Harry Potter fans? Now, I'm one of like 5 people in the world that hasn't read Harry Potter, so I'm probably the last person to talk about it, but I know it's a thing and people love it. And New Orleans is kind of Hollywood of the South. A lot of films and shows are produced and filmed here, so we get a lot on campus. One of the biggest ones a couple of years ago, 21 Jump Street was filmed here. Channing Tatum on campus. You can imagine how crazy people went trying to get Channing Tatum sighting. So you might be filmed on campus.
Awesome. Well, I hope everyone had a great time tonight and learned a lot of great information. And I want to thank the presenters for taking time out of their busy schedules for being here and sharing all this great information. As you all exit this Zoom webinar, you will be taken to a quick survey. It's only 4 questions, so we'd love to hear your feedback regarding this particular session. And as I mentioned, we have one more session in the next hour with this virtual college fair, and a few more in a few weeks too. So feel free to check back on that website for more sessions. And then our recordings will be up in about a week or so. So I hope everyone has a great evening, and thank you all for being here.